So this is why I am trying to create a water diversion through a gravity ditch drain. And so I've dug this trench up. This trench is about a foot, maybe 15 inches deep, and you'll see we have rain, and this is relatively, not soaked and pooling, but there it is. The water table is low, and so it runs off, and the water, I guess that's almost where the water table would be, under the surface of the ground. And you see it runs consistently, and it's running from here and it's filling up there. And the reason was I pulled up a root, and the root ended up being here, this whole thing. So water pulls up there and it runs off in there type thing, and it runs under the ground. And you'll see this is almost to the level of the ground. So we do have a high water table here when it rains. And so what I'm going to try to do is create a gravity drain with I'm going to put black 6mm 6mm plastic on this side, and then I'm also going to take some pond rocks and pond pebbles. I have about 20 bags. I'm going to wrap that up in landscape fabric. I think they call it landscape weed proof fabric. I'm going to wrap it up, and then I'm going to wrap that in burlap, and then I'm going to pitch it here, so that way this will be the high point, generally 2 feet down, but it's going to be pitched about 1 inch every 3 feet. And so over the span of 36 feet, it's going to probably drop 1 foot. In any case, so I want the water to go down here, and then this area will not receive so much water because there'll be plastic, the plastic vapor barrier on this side and the gravity drain over here, so it'll divert it this way, and this area will be dry, and then it'll run there over the driveway. And then the point I got to get it to is get it on the concrete, not in front of the concrete on the dirt, but on and over the concrete. And I'll show you what it should divert. Now the rain that comes and hits this ground is gonna soak this up, and that drain will not affect the rainfall that falls on here, but the water that comes down here and it pours down here, that is what it's going to divert. It's going to prevent that from happening. And it's a lot of water because it runs there, and as you can see, there's a high water table. So although that's the water's where it is over there, this water is about, right now where I'm standing, this ground is about 2.5 feet lower than that. And so then I go this way, now it's 3 feet, 4 feet lower, and then now it's really soaking wet, and you can see where the water runs. Look at this standing water. Look at this. This is mush land. And this is where a lot of the water was pooling, and this is all wet. And so it runs down there. And this was done so it could run down here and run down. The shape of this concrete is this way and this way, so it could run it down there. That was done to prevent the water from getting under the crawl space. And so, and I put some flowers here just to encourage some water absorption. And this is damp. All right, so that's my project. And when it rains, it totally comes down. All right, let me get to